Furious Driving, proud to be supported by Bidding Classics, the online classic car marketplace with more cars added every week. Diamond Bright, protecting, cleaning and caring for the Furious fleet and for yours with 10% off using code FD10. And Lancaster Insurance cover the Furious fleet. They are one of the biggest specialist insurers in the UK, covering all areas of vintage to modern classic cars and motorbikes. Follow the links in the description below.
Hello and welcome to Furious Driving. Well, not particularly welcome. This is not a video I plan to make today, or in fact ever hope to make, because it's the kind of thing you only do because you're sat at the side of the road waiting for the recovery people. Yeah, it's Saturday and it's the day before the Motorist Furious Driving event, where we would have been, well hopefully still will be, I don't know, having a big meet-up, a gathering up at that place. Lots of people who watch the channel coming up to say hello, and one of the cars on show as well. I thought I would take the Rover 75 because it is new and comfortable and, as far as I could tell, reliable. And I am currently, actually I'll tell you how far I am into this journey, 208 miles, 207.7 miles up into the journey up north. Set off at 9 o'clock and it's now 2:30, so that's 5.5 hours into this particular drive because the M25 was shut and it took a lot of wheeling around. So I was cruising up the A1 and the car was doing absolutely fine. The only problem with this car I've found is the only problem I found with this car is the air conditioning is horrifically loud, which isn't good, but you know, it's just one of those things. People say it's normal. We got to some roadworks, we queued for a little while. Car wasn't overheating, the temperature gauge was staying fine, it was idling absolutely fine and, you know, purring through slow traffic, and then we finally got to the 40-mile-an-hour bit where everyone could pick up speed again. We're doing 40 miles an hour and I was listening to an Audible story and suddenly the car just literally died. No warning, no stutter, no anything. I just suddenly noticed that it was really quiet and pushing the accelerator didn't do anything. Turned the radio down, tried cranking the key a couple of times. You could hear it churning on the starter, obviously with the clutch down and the car in neutral, and just coasting. Fortunately, it was 40 mile an hour, so everything was fairly slow and under control, if that makes sense, but doing nothing. Fortunately, there's a little lane over here shortly after where the car conked out, so I was able to just coast off the road and into this lay-by, which is really lucky. I seem to be quite lucky when it comes to braking down. I can quite often coast off into things. Yeah, so I've tried cranking it a few times. It's cranking quite healthily. I mean, the battery isn't the best on this car, but let's give it another quick go. What I'll do is I'll lock and unlock it just for the immobiliser's sake. I know the battery's gone dead, damn it. So I've cranked it a few times. Yeah, it's got oil in it. I can't check the coolant, it's in here and it's too hot to open up, but I can't really see in this light what coolant is in it, if anything. I need to let that cool down a little longer. Maybe a crank position sensor, maybe a fuel pump. I honestly don't know. I've got no tools with me at all because the car is so fully loaded that, you know, and it's the tables, the merch, everything, it's all just stacked up in there. I'm gonna stick a jump start pack on it and see if I can get any extra power into it. Call me overcautious, but I always travel with the jump start pack, especially in old cars. The battery was struggling to start when I'd left the car for a few days, so I did put a jump pack in there, and now it's refusing to go again, having cranked it a few times. So let's see if it does anything with... Oh my god, it started. I wonder if the battery is completely dead. I wonder if I need to drive straight to the nearest Halfords and whack a new battery on it immediately. I'm going to phone the breakdown people, see how far away they are, see if they can test the battery for me.
There you go. So,
replace battery.
The voltage is good,
yeah,
but the cranking capacity should be 500, it's reading at 264.
Oh, so it's completely...
So it's the cranking capacity that's gone on it. It's got the voltage,
but not the power. So would that, if the battery's that dead, could it...
No, I would... Normally what happens...
The alternator would be running, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd carry on running until you stopped it. And
yeah.
When you stopped it, it'd not start again.
Yeah.
But for it to just put out while we've been driving it...
We've been in traffic, there's a long queue to get into the 40 mile an hour bit, yeah. And I've been using the aircon on and off.
I know, but still, the alternator should still produce enough power to keep the battery running, so see if it'll start now. Yeah,
well I've got a USB thing which got a voltage readout and it's saying about 14 on it when it was running.
Right.
Yeah. So we've got the man from Start Rescue's turned up really quickly actually. Start Rescue is a new service we joined up recently. So the battery is basically knackered, so I need a new battery, that's for sure.
Yeah. So what I'll do now is I'll just check the alternator's charge.
Yeah.
I'll just get some of the leads.
So we'll just give the alternator a check. I think I might be diverting via Halfords to see if we can find a new battery.
The alternator's sharp.
Alternator's good, so...
Just put some load on. Like you say, if you've had the aircon on, put the aircon on.
Yeah, that's a heavy draw on this thing. And it's a really loud fan, isn't it?
So he's dropped it down to 13.5.
Okay.
Give it a rev. No, that's alright.
The alternator's good then. It's got a couple of fault codes on this thing.
And misfire on cylinder 4.
Oh, I had that before actually. Put new spark plugs in it and we thought we cleared it. Detected with low fuel, okay. Well, it's got 3/4 of a tank in it because I brimmed it this morning.
And that one's come up twice. Misfire detected with low fuel.
That's weird.
But it's saying it's got a misfire on cylinder 4.
Yeah.
So that could be. Have you saying you've changed spark plug?
Yeah, because it showed that previously.
With the coil pack?
Oh, okay, yeah. It'd still run on the other three though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But I'll clear it off.
Yeah.
Start it up.
So we've got the old misfire on cylinder 4 again. So it looks like I'm shopping for a coil pack next week. Yes. Flipping thing. Happy as Larry now. I wonder if it got too hot in the traffic jam. Right, so we're on the road again. We can't find any faults beyond that initial problem of, what was I going to say, the misfire on number 4. So I'll stick a new coil pack on it next week. But what I'm going to do right now is go directly to a Halfords because it looks an awful lot like we've got a low battery, a dead battery, and that may have just dropped its power level to the point that the car can't run properly. So that's the only thing really we can think of. Halfords nearby. This is amazing. This is so simple. Halfords Pontefract, which is actually on the route to where we're going. 11 minutes from here, crikey. Okay, I'm going to go there now. 11 minutes away. Righty-o, off we pop. Thank you. Well, he was a nice chap. So yeah, I now have cover through start breakdown. That's the first time I've used them, and that was actually really quite quick. But weirdly, the car was happy to start and restart a couple more times after he turned it off again then, so it's really odd. Oh, do you know what? I am very, very relieved that the car has decided to sort itself out again, because the prospect of having to get a trailer ride back home to Kent, we're basically in Yorkshire now, and so we are, how many hours home? It's taken me 5.5 hours to get this far. You can probably double that if you're being towed. So 10 hours home, then immediately back again. I'm not quite sure how I would manage it. Well, this is a test of whether the car can accelerate or not. Yep, seems happy. Definitely running on all 4 cylinders. I don't know if the roadworks are still on now. I'm guessing with the speed everyone else is going, it's not, because it was a 40 limit. With the best will in the world, chances are if I'd had to have been towed back for something real simple like a fuel pump or crank position sensor failure, I probably wouldn't have made it back to the Motorist tomorrow. Alright, I can see it, I just can't get to it because of the blooming McDonald's. There we go. Let's see if we can find ourselves a battery.
Arrived.
Is there a shady spot so I can work on it, not in direct sun? I wonder. So, £90 later we have a new battery. Thankfully I've got a photo of my Halfords discount card on the phone. Fitting of these things is, what is it, £20, but a spanner is only 4. So, guess which one I opted for. That's tight. Incidentally, the battery it's coming off is a lot smaller than the one that's going on. Like, frighteningly smaller. So no wonder the car's having troubles. Now, does this actually... This looks like it should feed through and slacken off enough to come out. No, it doesn't. What I need here is a 10mm. Damn it, no, I need a 10mm. That's really irritating. I thought I'd get away with just one spanner, but I've got to go and buy a 10mm as well, because all the individual parts was going to cost a fortune. But the lad in the shop was really helpful and pointed out this £15 set, which with my discount card was about a tenner. It's got all the tools I need except an extension bar, so I can't quite reach down to that socket to undo it. We'll find a way though. Right, earth, other thing, all the way around. Wow, see the difference in size. No wonder it was running out of power. Who fitted that for the poor old bloke who owned this car before? It's just taking advantage of old people. There we go, let's find a 13mm. I'll probably get a refund on that 13mm spanner now as well. Another £4, it's pretty worth having a spare one knocking around. Now, the tie down thingamajig. Let's not lose that 10mm. Oh, this is a beautiful design because you literally cannot get that back on inside. There we go, it's in there. So easy. And what you need is a full length extension bar, which obviously I haven't got. Right, that'll do for now. If I can just get a socket, get my pliers in there, pull that tighter. Oh no, it's not going to do it. I'll have to pop it off later on. Come back to that when I'm not in a car park with only minimal tools. As far as get your homes go, that'll get me home. Oh, thank you to the guy in the shop who was mega helpful pointing this kit out. Right, let's see if this thing will actually start up now. Take it out of gear first. The handbrake is not very good on this car, so if ever I'm on a hill. Oh, we've got all lights up on the dashboard. An easy start, and we're showing 13.9 on the thing. Brilliant. Right, let's have a tidy up and then get going. A big thanks to the guys in Halfords in Pontefract who sold me the battery and the tools. There clearly are people who enjoy their cars. The staff car parking here has got a really cool mini supercharged GT86 and an MX-5. Now normally I would carry all of my tools, or a small bag of tools like I took to Sweden, in the car, so that if there's any problems, I'm fully prepared to kind of sort out minor issues. And those kind of spanners and sockets are exactly the kind of thing I would have packed into the car. It's just massively annoying that because I've got so much other stuff here in the car, I didn't bother packing it all in today. Take a chance, and also it's such a relatively new car, I didn't really anticipate any problems. A dead battery is unfortunate. I'm hoping that with the correct size and not knackered battery, we will not have any further issues with this thing. At least there's more to weigh in the morning. Well, not in the morning, sorry, next week sometime. I've got a few other batteries and bits and bobs to weigh in, so we'll drop them all off very shortly indeed. Right, I was meant to be filming a friend's cars who is a little way north of the Motorist, but the traffic has been horrendous and I've wasted quite a while now, obviously waiting for the breakdown truck, coming over here, buying tools, fitting the battery. So I'm just going to go straight to the hotel and edit some stuff, including this video, which you'll see probably tonight actually, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at the Motorist near Pontefract. In fact, I'm quite close to the hotel now and frankly in the mood to go and just sit down and have a cup of tea. You know, I wasn't planning on making a driving to the Motorist video because I figured the reason I'm taking the 75 is it's modern enough that I don't need to be filming it because it will be an uneventful and boring journey. Little did I know. Anyway, so we now get a couple of minutes of driving through traffic to hit the hotel car park. And then, yeah, where are we going? Into Pontefract, home of the licoricey cake, and not far from the Motorist. No one around here indicates. I wasn't planning on doing a travelogue of Pontefract, but just driving past the town, or through the town, this is quite an impressive kind of semi-ruined church thing going on here. And there's a castle just behind us. Who knew there was so much stuff going on here? Pretty impressive car culture as well. All the modified stuff I've seen knocking around. Quite a nice little place to be for stuff to see and cars to look at and drive. Well, who knew? Well, I am here. We've made it. I've made it. Quite a long way. It's, with the diversions, it should have been about a 180-mile drive with all the diversions and stuff that happened because of the M25 being closed first of all. Not just one lane, the entire M25 in Hertfordshire was shut, so I had to make a mad diversion across the motorway through Hertford, I think it actually was, onto the A1. Endless roadworks up the A1. Finally the car died, but now I'm here. I'm at a hotel car park in Pontefract. I'm going to have to not go and do the video shoot. So a friend has got a couple of really nice 90s cars I was looking forward to driving, but honestly it's now gone 4 o'clock and I'm knackered, and it's like an hour to his house still. So it's now there, an hour back, plus 2 hours each car to film them. So the day's been ruined by terrible traffic, and then the day's been slightly ruined by terrible traffic. I don't know why this country is so bad at traffic these days. I know it's a bank holiday weekend and everything, but seriously, every time I go more than 100 miles, it's just a disaster these days. Never less than an hour late anywhere because of just terrible traffic. Anyway, I'm here, the car made it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, dashboard, we'll make it to the couple of miles to the Motorist tomorrow morning. If you're watching this tonight, I am here. I've got all the t-shirts, I've got the hats, I've got the magnets. Hang on, you'll like this. How's this for a display? All the magnets that you can get of all the different cars. Got stickers of some of them. We've got pin badges, got key rings, got all kinds of stuff. Please come and buy stuff, because someone's got a spare wheel for me for this car they're bringing along. And unless I sell a bunch of mugs, I haven't got room to bring it home. So yeah, please come and buy stuff. But yeah, I'll be at the Motorist. I think it opens about 9 o'clock and I'll be staying till about lunchtime. So come and say hello, come and see the Rover, which does look really nice in the flesh, and hopefully it'll continue running happily now it's got a new battery on it. So now I'm 90 quid for poorer. As I say, I did go for the Bosch one because it's definitely worth getting the good battery with a good warranty. They do last so much longer, and if I do flip this car on, then hopefully the next owner will appreciate it as well. If I keep it, then I'll appreciate it. Halford's trade card, definitely worth getting if you can possibly, because that was a £110 battery reduced down to just under 90. About 87 I think it was, but obviously the spanner, which I forgot to take back. I could have got a refund on that. Oh well, never mind. Right, I'm going to go get checked in. I'm going to get the car cleaned up because it's, you know, got an entire day's worth of driving's worth of grime on it now. I've got a bunch of Diamond Bright stuff on me, of course. Don't forget to head over to diamondbright.co.uk. You can use the code FD10 for 10% off everything on Diamond Bright's website. Thank you for watching, and join me again tomorrow at the Motorist. If I can get enough signal, I might even do a live walk around of the event. Right, thank you for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Take care, goodbye. Like and subscribe.